Alright, what is going on everybody? It is Tristan and today I'm here re-recording this video. What we got going on is I wanted to discuss the sneaker market since I've been getting some comments where some people feel like a lot of shoes or certain shoes are going to crash in value, which I feel like saying that certain shoes are going to crash in value soon is accurate. Saying that all sneakers are going to crash, I don't feel like that's accurate because some sneakers are still, pretty much at their low points, and I'll really get into showing that to you all, explaining it, and we'll get into everything here. So if you want more content like this, subscribe and like down below. I'll make the like goal something simple. Let's say 303 likes. Let's see if we can do that. So if y'all can, I'd appreciate it. Drop a comment. Anything you're confused about, anything you want to know, leave it there. I'll get to it eventually, but that's all I need to say. I hope you guys will enjoy this video. Check my cook group, any of that down below. Also, if y'all want to go join that, we've been doing weekly steals, dropping those under market pairs so people can make profit. Sneakers monitors, foot side monitors, botters, copping people items, back doors. I mean, you name it, we got it. It's all down there. Just go check out the Instagram, and that's everything I need to say. So I hope y'all will enjoy, and let's get started. So the main statement that I want to discuss right off the bat, and I need to open up something right here on my phone. Okay, I have it open, but the main thing I want to discuss is the sneaker market in general, how prices are. And I feel like with people saying that certain sneakers are going to crash in value, that statement alone I feel like is correct. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with saying that, because I feel like things like grade school 4s, maybe some grade school dunk lows, a lot of those sneakers that have been going up in value kind of randomly recently, and you're like, dang, why are these grade school pairs going for $200, $300? Like that's a lot for, some shoes that, don't really have super high demand usually, but I guess right now they do. And the main reason that a lot of grade school pairs have high demand right now is because of back to school. A lot of parents are buying their kids shoes. A lot of kids honestly are getting into shoes. You have to think about that too. The sneaker game is only getting bigger, and a lot of people are saying, hey, resell's dying, resell's this. But if you look over how probably the next 4 years will be, resell is not going to be dead. It probably will be even bigger, even more deeply connected within these companies. I'm very sure of it. But one example of a shoe that I feel like, again, is accurate to say it could crash in value a bit or plateau in value soon. I don't feel like this one will crash in value because, again, that's just the overall demand of it, how it's doing. I mean, the grade school pairs are almost going for near adult prices, so that's why it could probably plateau for a bit and stop rising, because the grade school pairs aren't going to pass up the adult pairs and sizes. I haven't seen that since Oreo 4s. I haven't seen that since Oreo 4s. That was the last Jordan 4 that had grade school pairs going for more than adult ones at one point. But this is the kind of one I want to show y'all, is the military blacks right here. These ones right here, I feel like it is possible to say these could plateau and kind of crash in value soon, along with a lot of grade school pairs. Keep in mind, we're kind of getting out of that back to school time. We're heading into fall. New releases are coming. There's a lot of heat on the way, a lot of dunks. So people might not be focused on these completely. Now, one thing that could keep this one rising in value is the fact that they're not going to be dropping any more pairs of these. So since they're not dropping any more pairs of these and demand is somewhat high, of course, sales are going to, follow that, and there's going to be a lot of people willing to pay over $300 on StockX for this sneaker. So keep that in mind. To say that grade school pairs were to go down and would go down in value soon is not something incorrect. But to say that all sneakers are going to do that, I don't necessarily agree with that, because we got Christmas coming up. We got a lot of good releases coming up in October and November. I mean, shoot, you see all the upcoming Air collaborations and SBs, and they're trying to promote 2s again, a lot of different stuff like that. So there's many things that are on the way, and many reasons why I feel like the sneaker market is not going to crash fully, but some sneakers will instead plateau while others will rise. For example, example of a sneaker I can show you guys right now that is down in value completely would be this right here, Jordan 1s. And this is a perfect example one, the yellow toes. Good demand, over 500 sales in StockX in 3 days. I remember they had like 1,000 in 3 days at one point. Hopefully this will focus. There we go. But yeah, these ones have high demand. It's just right now the prices are not following that. A lot are going near retail. These are at $210, $220 on StockX. They are not doing solid. This sneaker overall is, well, pretty much a brick. I mean, you're not making a lot if you're selling it through these apps as a reseller. Really, you would only make profit if you're selling these, in hand or something like that right now locally. But keep in mind, we still have a release for these full on in September. We already have this many people with pairs selling them through apps, and they're, this low. So ones are an example of a sneaker that's down in demand right now. But keep in mind, There's been a lot of ones. If this was in the past, 2018, 2019, I mean, these would be going for, right now probably $275, $300, $325, maybe even more. It could be probably a $350 sneaker easily. You have to remember, ones have a lot of demand. So that's one thing I just want to mention. There's certain sneakers that are down in value while certain ones are up, and you just have to think about how the sneaker market will probably perform later in this year. Some of it will probably switch off. Those pairs will probably still continue to do very, very well. Like grade school dunks and fours will still probably continue to do well later this year. Like they will still resell very well, but they probably won't be as good at holds because they'll probably start out at very high prices. And then, other pairs such as ones, things like that will start to slowly rise as people, want to get pairs of those. If they continue to drop good colorways of them. Again, the yellow toes was a good colorway. We need to see, they have the lost and found ones coming soon, those Chicago type ones. So understanding that, I mean, that's a perfect example of a one that, is going to be going for some good money. I mean, they're way better than the patent breads, and those stayed at like $220, $250. So, I mean, I could easily see those lost and founds being a $275, $300 sneaker at the minimum. That's personally what I think it would go down to at its lowest. So, again, that's my thoughts. Like, see, here's the chart for the bleached coral ones, right? Some ones that actually did pretty decent recently, 220, 250, a lot better than recent ones. And you can see it's still not really good. I mean, that's barely rising. I mean, that's a very slow, kind of steady rise. It's not really one that I would, it's more of a long-term hold, if you kind of see what I'm saying. So a lot of sneakers are performing different. Like ones are starting to, kind of be decent. Long-term holds again, fours are, just kind of rising quickly with that back to school demand, and stuff will probably switch off into later this year. Or prices are just going to, go even higher. There's two predictions I have. Pairs are just going to plateau while other ones will rise, or everything's just going to rise. I mean, that's very possible. The fact is that there's more resellers coming into the game. People, companies having, trouble producing stock and things like that. So backdoor and all that. Like, there's a lot of issues going on within these companies, so if you kind of understand that, prices may only rise further just because there's more people trying to get the pairs, there's less available. Things like that happened during COVID. Well, I mean, shoot, we're heading into stuff end of this year. I'm sure there's going to be some problems, things like that. I mean, I already know PS5s and things like that will probably be back up in value just because we're having, all those chips that they need, to make those consoles. We're having troubles with that right now. Who owns them, stuff like that over the world. So, yeah, prices are about to go up for certain things, and that's just how it is. That's how I would personally look at the market right now. Certain stuff's about to, kind of plateau and tank, while other stuff is about to rise. That's the kind of state I feel like we're in right now. But is it a good time to resell? Yes, it's still a good time to take profits on certain things. If you were to take some profits on military force, there's nothing wrong with that. That's a safe bet. Hold half, sell half right now. I think that's totally cool. But that's everything I need to say. I need to go mail out some packages, some of the weekly steals from my cook group down below. So if you all want to go follow that, go check that out. Go join. Feel free. It would mean the world to me. We've been having a lot of people join lately, and I feel like that's, it's just dope to see, see all the progress and, see that people are happy, with what we're kind of starting. I'm going to keep trying to source more great pairs for y'all. We're dropping Green Apple SBs, Bailey SBs, some unreleased Canyon 4s in the U.S., and like there's some Dunks, some Marina ones. There's some other things, like a couple, pairs here and there of those that I'm doing this week. So some people are going to win those for under market, and that's everything that needs to be said. So I'm Tristan. Thank you guys, and hopefully I will catch you all in the next video very soon. Peace.